just wanted to say thank you so much for this coffee date. I really appreciate it, and I promise one day I'll pay you back. I swear. You've been so unbearably kind to me lately. And, well, it's so good to relax after a long, busy day at school, you know? As the semester goes on, classes are getting harder and harder, especially as we prepare for the midterms and the finals and those standardized tests they make us do. I'm never very good at those, even though the school provides me a tutor for them. I don't know, I guess I just choke up, you know? What about you? Do you have any trouble taking those tests? Oh, really? I'm not alone? Real? That's good to hear. I thought I was the only one who needed special help with those things. I wish I was a bit higher up in the class and got better grades, but I'm just too busy to study. I mean, after I get home and just do the base homework, I'm already so very tired. It's all I can do to just take a shower, relax, eat dinner, and go to sleep. You know? I don't even have time for extracurriculars, which isn't gonna look very good in my transcript for college. I really should look into that. I mean, I guess I have plenty of job experience, but I don't think that counts for a good college. What do you think? Aw, you believe in me? Well, I believe in you. I do. You should write it in your locker. Tori believes in you. Or, in your case, Tori believes in me. Because I do. I'm sure you have no problems getting into the college of your choice. Even if you were held back like I was, even though we were held back for different circumstances. And I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much for visiting me in the hospital. Between you, Miss Winters, and occasionally my mom, it really did help me feel so much better. It made me feel better to know that there's people out there who love me and care about me, and it's not worth ending it all, you know? And I know you've been going through some troubles, and you've had your struggles, but you've been so very strong for me, and I deeply, sincerely appreciate it. It makes me feel nice inside. And just know, if you have any issues, don't hesitate to talk to me, okay? I can handle it. Trust me, I can handle it. Okay? You know, normally I don't really like coffee, so I got tea. And this tea latte is really good. It's like a blend of chai and green tea, and I like the little design they made with the milk. Look at it. It's like a little heart. Isn't that cool? I heard that there's a new cafe opening up that makes glitter cappuccinos. I don't know how they do it because based on the pictures I've seen, it's holographic glitter, and based on what I know from videos online, there's no such thing as truly edible holographic glitter. I mean, they make stuff that goes on cakes as decorative, but it's just considered food safe and not edible. So I wonder if that's what they use. I think it's called disco dust. Or unless they found a new magic kind of sugar. Who knows, right? Technology advances all the time. You never know what they're gonna think up next. It's really quite interesting. Would you wanna go and check that place out sometime? Though I bet it's really expensive. And I feel bad that you always seem to pay for all our dates. I do wish that I could chip in more. I hope the little gifts I leave in your locker are enough. The love notes and the stickers and the other little trinkets I leave you so you'll think of me when you're in class or at home. But that's really all I can do right now, and really all I can afford. I hope that doesn't bother or offend you. Oh, it doesn't? Oh, that's good. Because you really have been so unbelievably kind to me from day one. Especially after what happened with that one teacher. I don't even want to think about it anymore. To be honest, I'm actually glad that I'm on medication. It helps block out thoughts like that. It really does. It does a good job of helping me forget it all. You know? And the more I forget, the better and happier I feel. If that makes any sense. It does? Oh, well, that's good. Because sometimes I feel like I don't make any sense when I talk. I think that's what the doctor calls a little bit of disassociating, which they say can happen after a lot of trauma. I don't like to think that I've gone through a lot of trauma, but doctors know best, don't they? Yeah, I think they do. Even though I've lived with my brain and I've lived with my body my entire life. Doctors have years of knowledge and experience, so they really do must know better. And sincerely, this medicine has been helping me. I mean, my grades, while they aren't fantastic, they have vastly improved. All of my teachers said so. And I've been able to focus at my jobs. Oh, what do I do now? Well, let's see. First of all, I work at that fast food joint that's kind of near the school. That burger and chicken place. I mostly do janitorial work there, which isn't the most glamorous job, but the pay is slightly better than if I worked as a cashier, and I'm too scared to actually cook the food, you know? I can barely cook for myself at home even though I have to. So I'm just a little too hesitant to be in the kitchen. But you wouldn't believe the messes people leave in those bathrooms. It's like, even though it's a public space, people have no respect. And this is kind of a gross story, so I would understand if you want to close your ears, but I was in the ladies' room one day, cleaning up, and some lady left used tampons everywhere. I don't know if it was one lady or a group of ladies, but there were used tampons everywhere. Even in the sink. It was so gross. I had to clean it up. I had to wear gloves, and they had me put on a mask because that's considered a biohazard. And I wanted no part of that. No siree. That was absolutely just disgusting. There was blood everywhere. I couldn't. And it was so nasty. But they did pay me extra for that day for cleaning it up because I'm so young and I was brave enough to do it. And of course, people leave other messes in those bathrooms, men and women alike. We get a lot of drunk people, especially late at night. And of course, they can be pretty messy, if you know what I mean. Ugh. So, I do that. I also work at a clothing boutique, both behind the register and just walking around helping people. The people can be so rude, especially when we have sales and coupons. People really like to bring expired coupons and seem to think that they still work, even though they don't. And they're very, very rude and very, very insistent on it. I once spent an hour with a lady trying to be as nice as I could to explain that her coupons from 5 years ago no longer were able to work. And she argued with me that coupons should be able to work anytime and anywhere. And that's just not the case. That's just not how life works. You know? And she was just so incredibly mean and rude. And she was like, well, what would a kid possibly know? And I'm like, well, a kid would know something because a kid has this job and a kid works here. So, yes, I do know more than you because you don't work for this store and you didn't go through the training that I did. So I think I know more about the coupon policy than you do, lady. Of course, I didn't say that because the company believes in giving the best, most positive customer service possible, but believe me, in the back of my mind, I was certainly thinking it. And I just get generally like rude people who want to return things that are stained and damaged and they don't have receipts and the tags are ripped off. And that's just pretty crazy. I mean, it's one thing if you tried it on with the tags and you didn't mess it up and it didn't fit. Okay, fine. Return it. But don't return it after you, like, spilled spaghetti sauce all over it because, ew, for one thing. And two, we can do nothing with it. It's not like we can wash and resell it, especially after you rip the tags off. That's just crazy. And people do that all the time. And I have to handle them. And they're pretty mean to me about that too. Because they think that they should get their money back just because they made a mistake and messed up the expensive clothes they got. I wish I could afford the clothes in my store. Thankfully that they make us wear uniforms. Or else, I don't think I could work there because there's no way I could be as trendy as the styles we sell. Because we change out our selection every month, it seems. Because now with the internet and trends, they change us so darn fast, it's hard to keep up. It's why I'm also glad we wear uniforms at school, too, because I'm just so broke. There's no way on earth I could keep up. I don't know about you. Do you care at all about trends and styles? Nah, I didn't think you did. And that's part of why I really, really like you so much. Because you're different and you don't care about dumb things like that. You have a bit more depth to you, which I like and I appreciate. Sincerely, I do. And then my third job, I know, crazy Tori, working 3 jobs just to make ends meet. Well, it helps my mother with my siblings. And it helps pay for my school books and the uniform I have to get. So, I work at that movie theater. Yeah, the one uptown. The older one. And people there are pretty nice. I work in session, which does get pretty messy. I've had people who've been clumsy and spilled popcorn and spilled drinks on me, and I had to go to the bathroom to clean up. But for the most part, people are pretty nice. It just gets frustrating when people are indecisive about their orders. They take anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes to decide on something. That drives me pretty crazy. But aside from that, that's probably the nicest job I have. What about you? Do you work any jobs? I know I should have asked this before, but, you know, it never really occurred to me. Because you've always seemed so, you know, so stable, and you've been taking really good care of me. Oh, you just get an allowance from your parents. Well, that sounds nice. I think most of our classmates do that, so I'm not jealous or anything. And by the way, you should come to my theater sometime. I can get you a free ticket. And maybe on my day off, we could go on a date there. How does that sound? Because I could get us both in for free. And I guess that could be my way of paying you back and paying for a date. How does that sound? Really? You'd want to do that? Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Anyway, we really have to give our thanks to Miss Winters. She's been just so kind and so helpful. She's been taking extra time to tutor and mentor me and get me caught up, especially after my long stay at the hospital. She really is the best teacher ever. What do you think? Oh, you seem a bit uncomfortable. How are you doing in her class? Are you falling behind? Because last I heard, you've been given extra credit assignments because you've been doing so well and been also staying late with her to do special projects. So I thought you were doing really well. Are you actually behind? Is she tutoring you too? Oh, I guess that makes sense. Well, maybe one day she could tutor us together. I think that would be a lot of fun. What about you? Yeah? You'd like that? Great. I'll have to talk to her sometime. Because as much as I enjoy our one-on-one tutoring sessions, I think it'd be fun with, someone special with me. Anyway, I'm gonna be late for work if I don't get going now, and I'm sorry to cut this date short. We've been here for quite some time, but I'll see you in school tomorrow, okay? Mwah. Mwah. Catch you later, sweetie. I love you. Bye-bye.